Good afternoon. Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas. Royal Crest Lanes for the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour. I'm Ryan Ragland. Brought to you by Gladstone Bowl in Gladstone, Missouri, with video broadcast brought to you by Anderson Automotive. And we'll have to take a break here real quick in a second because I forgot to get the banners out there. But real quick, we'll give you the top five because these scores are huge. Yesterday the scores were early and kind of settled down. Yeah, these didn't. I felt like I threw the ball pretty decent, and I need to practice a little bit more. Danny Bradley from Shawnee, 357 over for 7 games. Martin Gooden was 297 over. Dustin Collins from Wichita at 289. Keith Schneider at 285, and Doug Hergenrader at 278. John Schieffer from Odessa finished 6th, 1 pin out at 277. Mark Pettit was 274. He was 4 pins out. And David Kuchera out of Urbandale, Iowa, he was 271 over, 7 pins out. So really tight. Kevin Mason, 267, so he was 10 out. And that's your top 9. So, yeah, scores were up, they were high, and they were good. So, anyway, we'll get to the stepladder here in a second. I need to get the banners out, so I will get that done. But stick around. Stepladder finals coming up in a few minutes right here at Lawrence, Kansas at Royal Crest Lanes with the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour. We'll be back in a few minutes for stepladder finals. Ryan Rangel back with you in Lawrence, Kansas, Royal Crest Lanes at the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour, as we are getting set for the Stepladder Finals after 7 games of qualifying. And as you heard earlier, as I told you, scores were up. Wow, I need to practice more. I mean, anyone that, even if, I will tell you this. When you turn 50, don't, come bowl. It's a fun group of people, a lot of the same people, a lot of friends, zero stress, just friends. But don't, and I say this not as a warning, but just as an awareness. These guys are good. And when you turn 50, and if you think you're going to come in and just steamroll, that's not going to happen. It just isn't. The guys are good, and you got to make your shots, even though it's a house shot. You still have to make your shots, because you're going to go through the transitions. You're going to have to make the the ball changes and everything. So, yeah, these guys are good. So, take a look at the first matchup. Pull up the sheets here. As it's going to be Keith Schneider, who qualified 4th, and his games were 232, 46, 46, 46, 48, 31, 36. So his low game, his 3 lowest games were 231, 232, 236. Other than that, he shot 240s. And he was 268 over, and he qualified 4th. If that gives you an idea. Doug Hergenrader from Grime, Iowa, 259, 200, goes 38, 29, 59, 36, 57. And he's 278 over. So, actually, he qualified. Oh, that's not right. Whoa, wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. Hergenrader on the sheet is 78. They must have messed up, because they have him at 285, but his sheet, they have him 286. So, that I'm looking at. So, they must have corrected it. In fact, I'm counting 12. It's 18, 26. 26, 28, 34, 35. And they had him at 285. Yeah, so they messed up the addition on the score sheet, so they had that right. Anyway, we'll get the scores up here in a second. As soon as they get the fact here, let me do this real quick. Evidently, my scores have locked up, so I got to bring them up new again. Okay. Sorry for my humming. I got to bring up the scores and redo them, so. Well, we may not have scores. I'm not sure why it's doing this. Hold on a second. As Doug gets ready, he's throwing on the. He's going to start the match. Let me do some things here real quick. Let me see if I get the scores to come up. Whoops, sorry. And I will be back here in a second. I need to add a few things, see if this is going to work. If it's not, let me try this. Nope. Okay. Boom, boom. Let me get a new title here. Hold on real quick while Schneider starts out. Keith Schneider starts out his first shot. Let me try this real quick, and I'll get some scores up. times a day on the field. You wore it pretty well. Longer, so. Great run though. I'm not going to say something about it. This is problem.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Speed off. Read it. Doubles up.
I didn't want to go tumbling.
Make sure you hit the channel.
Sleep on that ride home.
Nobody does.
Hey, baby, you can bring in the plate. Bring in the plate. Yeah, shut up. Yeah.
Gardner, guy that owns the roll blazers that's been there for 15 years. He started doing that. Don't even worry about the front blade because you get all that. Yeah. It'd be like the same way, but then again with that bread, it's kind of hard to get that. It's kind of hard to get that taste through the wrap. So I guess that would be a downfall.
I like the butter bread.
Yeah. Are we done jackassing around with teams we should be beating, or are we just gonna? I think they're in a catch-22 because the line's not able to pull. That's why they're doing a lot of quick hit passes. And then when he tries to drop back, he can't get time to. You can't get time to throw the deep pass, and then when he does, he's barely missing like he did against Denver. That was frustrating. See? Oh! And I don't even see how he can throw that one. Because Gray was actually in front of the receiver and he's throwing it over the top. But look at the pressure, you know? See, I don't... That's a tough because he didn't come over till like the last second. There's the one time the screen actually worked. I'll tell you what, that guy there, Spring, that guy, Pacheco better step it up or he's going to be taking his spot. That guy's been... Well, Pacheco shouldn't even been in the freaking game he got hurt in, too. All I know is I'm hoping I'm staying under because I'm hitting yellow planet.
Oh, I like yellow sub.
Yeah, yellow sub or planet sub, whatever you want to call that. Yeah.
First one was here.
Well, it was planet sub, and then they.
No, the first one was here.
Well, no, but I mean the yellow sub is actually from a guy that does all the stuff on the release of the name of the thing.
Right.
But it's the same deal. I can remember someone explain it to them, like, I don't care. It's the same sandwich. I'll go get it.
I can do airborne.
See? And I made that comment. As soon as Mahomes was dropping back, shit, I didn't take home. As soon as he's dropping back, if he needs to go as soon as he steps forward. There's not going to see right there, he just instinctively started running. Right back, did it again. The only place was where you've seen your bowler score. Like that's on the old video broadcast. Or by Anderson on the motor, and say, we go. Sorry about that. I didn't double check the microphone on the camera when I put a new element in, and I totally apologize for that. So thank you for telling me. That's why we have that. I can barely hear him, but the noise is tremendously loud. It's interfering. Yep. Yeah, I know. I got it. And I will tell you this. If anybody wants to, that really, really watches this, I will give you my cell number, and you can text me or call me, or probably text me and let me know when that happens, because right now you just totally missed anything that I said the first game, and I totally apologize for that. So what I will do is I will reload. I've got to do some transfer of files from previous shows. So what I'll do is I will reload this edition, or the recorded broadcast, and get that on YouTube so you can hear it. So apologize for that. Thanks for noting that on the chat. Appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, she told me.
She's all over you.
She's all over me. Dave comes over and says, "You got a message from me, and I'm supposed to give it to you." I got it. Message received. You're gonna.
Tell her I'm leaving right now.
Honey, I'm leaving right now. I'll be home in a few hours. Next time you need to bring her down. I mean, okay, next month. I mean, it's not that far of a drive down to St. Joe.
About 2.5.
She can make it. I mean, if she can make it to Reno, she can make it to St. Joe, for God's sakes, to see me and say hi. Huh?
Still too early.
Still too early. Oh, pfft. So then you come down Saturday, stay the night, and then she doesn't have anything to worry about. All right, honey, I'm leaving now. Headed home. See you later, Dave. We'll see you next month. Dave Gutierrez, good person right there. And his wife staying on me. So, yep, we got that fixed. So I appreciate it. It's too early. Come down Saturday. Dave can be my ball rep for Saturday. Help me out, and I'll take you guys out to dinner. A lot of good places to go eat at, and then we bowl Sunday. So there you go. See, I got it solved for you. And Dustin's going to have to try to see what he's throwing. Can't quite tell, but it's there's a, I don't want to say a cliff, but it's pretty solid area of friction down there, and if you play it in, you can get the hold. Yeah, if you hit 10, you're going to get that reaction. You get it past 10, that ball's coming back and bouncing. Hey, Chiefs are down 3. They get the touchdown, the 2-point conversion. So Chiefs down 3. Let's go. We need this. Never say die. So Doug still right on top of 10. Yeah, but that's that outside. You gotta keep it directional, a little bit more forward in front of you, so it's not jumping off that friction so hard. So Doug with 2 strikes, 2 spares. Open spare, 2 strikes for Dustin. So everyone let me know. Yeah, make sure that this is sounding okay. Usually I double check the sound on my phone when I start to make sure there's no problems, and obviously I didn't. They told me that you were talking to me. Couldn't hear me. Okay, hold on a second. Let me, yeah, I just checked it on my phone, and it's coming through pretty clear. Okay, Perry says I'm good. So, Mrs. Kachera, got to check in. She needs to let me know that she's hearing me okay. Actually, look for your number in our directory, but could not find it. All right, dear, write it down. I'll give it to you. I'm not afraid to. I trust you. I trust people on here. 913-526-7605. I'll give it to you here again in a second. Then you can just text me and let me know if it sounds bad, if I don't have the sound right. 913-526-7605. So, yeah, if anybody wants to keep that and just be my audio check people, I appreciate it. Here's a good reaction by Dustin. So Dustin took advantage of that crossover, parlayed it into a 4-bagger. She's laughing at me. So now that you have it, now you have to come down Saturday. I'll take you guys out to dinner Saturday night, and you won't have the excuse of being too early to come down. So there you go. I got your problem solved. Doug make a big move, about a 5-3 left, using a lot of speed control on that. Still checked up on him a little bit. I'm not making you sound bad. I'm just saying that you were saying the reason why, because it was too early. Okay, so just come down with Dave, about 2-hour drive, a nice drive, no, nothing bad. You just come down and just enjoy evening away from the house. Good food. There's a good pizza place there, good Italian place there. Yeah. Like I said, if you can make it to Reno to see me, surely you can make it to St. Joe to see me. I mean, good Lord. Let me guess. Are we going for the wine hustle? Do I need to guess, Doug? Do I need to guess? He's going to the high road. Going to high road, probably. No, it's a pin down. CG's really down toward the thumb, so it's pretty stacked, and it'll tame the roll on it a little bit. And when I had the OG, doesn't that mean you're? Yes, I'm paying. Yes, I told you I will pay for your guys' dinner. I will take you guys out after the tournament Saturday for the non-champions, because I know Dave won't be bowling. But you guys get there, and I will take you guys out to dinner. So that's on me. We'll get a bunch of other guys together, and we'll just have a big old group. Smash. Grabs that pin down high road and just really gets it to tame up. And it's not a negative shift, but it's a little bit on the positive side, but it's like over just enough to you're not drilling the thumb through it. Doug's looking at 20. I was looking just outside 20 when I finished. And Doug's a little bit more on top of it. All right, Kansas City with the ball, down 3. It's time for the boys to stop messing around and get some work done. Got it on the double kick. Ball wiggled just enough. You weren't impressed by that, were you, Dustin? You weren't impressed by that, were you? Yeah, there's nothing left out of it. Dustin came walking by, and wow. Facts, way too many yellow flags again today. What do you mean, facts? Way too many? Oh, too many yellow flags again. Yeah, that's. Well, I don't think the penalties are the big issue. That's you can clear that up easily. There's a lot more going on. I think the design of play call for the lack of the front line that used to be one of the best. I need to get Mahomes to roll out a little bit more to let him ad lib and do what he does. They're doing the quick passes because they really can't let him drop back and look at the field to do anything. So there's a lot of things going on. Bang. That's a good ball change for Doug Hergenrader. So walking up for Dustin. 269 possibility on the sheet. 247. So a 22-pin lead. That's, and sometimes you kind of wonder off that last pitch when it came back that late and barely kicked that 10 out, if there was an adjustment that made that ball just kind of clack when it hit. And that's what happens when we hit that friction a little bit sooner. It just absorbs all that energy. So that just changed everything. So 235 possibility for Dustin. So he went from 22 up to 22 down, or on the max. So he won a 44-pin swing on that split. So he has to sheet to force Doug to have to do anything in the 10th. So he needs to strike out, and Doug needs to get 9 on the first ball. Or he needs to go 9 spare to win the match, and that's a huge swing. Yeah, Perry said correct. The O-line is horrible. That's, then you go to injuries. Simmons, who started off really, really well. And there you got guys open, but he doesn't have any time to throw the guys. They're just showing the sack that just happened, and they're showing, guys on a crossing route that's open. You got a go route that's open. Yeah. It's that domino effect. One affects the other, and it's just not good. Oh, the blower 5 doesn't go. And I misspoke on the strikeout, but now it's 225. So that's going to mean the 9 spare for Doug. So 225 on the spare. Ouch. But just needs a spare here. Oh. On the spare. So just count. Oh, actually, 9. My bad. 9 for the tie. Strike for the win. Well, my math was really off today. I'm thinking yellow sub, so I'm already hungry. Kansas City almost with the interception. That'd have been huge. Ooh, 225. 6 to 225. Great game between Doug Hergenrader and Dustin Collins. We'll be back with a semifinal match coming up in a few minutes on the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour, brought to you by Gladstone Bowl. Video broadcast brought to you by Anderson Automotive in St. Joe. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Back ready to go. Semifinal match. Martin Gordon going up against Doug Hergenrader here at the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour, brought to you by Gladstone Bowl in Gladstone, Missouri. Get that turned down. Audio broadcast or video broadcast brought to you by Anderson Automotive in St. Joe. And taking a look at Gordon's scores. More impressive scores. He goes 216s.
I'm throwing a forest green quantum.
That's what Danny was saying.
Yeah.
I told.
I threw 90s balls the whole tournament.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
I've got, my son has my Raven Quantum. That. Oh yeah, they roll well. He's on the forest green quantum. He said back in '93, and kind of joked around. Told him, said, joking around saying we were going to adopt a PBA tour rule that any ball can't be more than 2 years old. Anyway, Martin Gordon scores 216, 63, 49, 25, 37, 65, 42. Just flat out solid. Low game 16, high game 63. Or 65, excuse me. Nothing huge and flashy, just dead nut solid. That's how you get it done. Kansas City with the ball, 4.5 to go at their 3-yard line, so got some work to do. And they can take up all the clock. That pass wasn't good. Miscommunication. So Martin Gordon with the open to begin with. What the hey? That was pulled. Hey, left yourself a simple spare, pick it up, move on. Uh-oh. There goes Rice. Rice across midfield. But don't score too soon. That's I mean, you want the score, but don't do it too soon. Again, across the 40 up to midfield. Yep, knocked that bounds midfield, so control the clock. Get the score when you can, but God, don't do it too early. There you go. That's a better ball, Dougie. There, the trip 6. And he's really not covering a lot of boards. He's pretty end over end, laying it down about 5. That's what Worthy wanted. Worthy wanted the flag too and didn't get it. 3rd and 8, and you got to go for it if you don't get the first down. They got to get to the 40-yard line, and a washout by Morton. So that left lane causing problems. And the front line not giving Mahomes much time, and Gray landed hard. Oh, his left arm. That's a shoulder separation. Yeah, he's hurting. Extended his arm down, right on that shoulder. He's hurting. So Hergenbrader back-to-back 6'10s on the right lane. Yeah, just don't be the Giants coach and going back in the tent, in the blue tent, trying to get him to come back out again. And Hergenbrader on the spare. Well, I got my 2 parlays, or 2 legs of my parlay, and I just need the Chiefs to win. Oh, that ball ran. I'm not sure if he got soft with the speed or not, but that, from this angle, that ball was just going. So Doug with 66 in the 4th. I think he may be going to Old Faithful, the negative shift wine hustle. In fact, I was going to bring mine. Mine's not negative shift, but I need to bring that thing out. All right, back in the pocket. So Martin Gordon likes that right lane. Having get something to adjust on the left lane. Yep. There's Old Faithful. Now, Gray's up, but he was not lifting that left shoulder. So 4th and 3 for Kansas City. God, that ball, now he makes an adjustment. That ball's running. I'd make a ball change on that left lane. 4th and 3, they got to have it. There we go. First down at the 30. Crossover worthy down at the 25. Nice job. Nice job. Downs gets down. Clock's going to run. 2-minute warning. That's a huge pass. It looked like that might have been over his head. He had to jump up for it a little bit. So you got to look for the tie right now. But with that 2-minute clock, tick, 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 tick. Little Keith Berman there. All right, negative shift, wine hustle. Now he's back. Sometimes everyone just comes across that one ball that just has to go everywhere, and I
Switched to the original Columbia 300 power torque,
on the left lane.
both lanes.
Oh, really?
Switch.
Okay, I knew there had to be something on the left lane. I wasn't sure on the right lane because it was looking pretty good. So he's going old school power torque. That was a good ball back in the day. So Martin Gordon went back to the archives, and he's throwing the original Columbia power torque. I don't think I ever got to throw one of those. I didn't think he would switch much on the right lane. It looked like he threw 2 shots, and he struck on both of them. As long as it works. But now you got to see what it does on the left lane. That's the reason for the ball change. And there must have been something on the right that he saw that he felt the need to do that over there too. And she's back. So good ball change by Martin Gordon. See how Doug does here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Old Faithful. If there's one ball in Doug Hergenrader's lineup that will go to every single tournament he ever goes to, that's the one. Oh. Well, I knew I was in trouble. Just I don't have any more disk space to record, so I should have done that recording over. Or I should have cleared that out, and I didn't do it, so that's on me. Yep, I gotta get all that cleaned out. So good ball change for Martin Gordon. .225 possibility for Martin. 246. Ooh. And it recovers. Wow. Hey, negative shift doesn't do that, Doug. Doug goes walking back going, wow. He was not expecting that. Probably friction he didn't know about. Some people. And back on it. So Doug. And 6.925. Yep, so that's going to do it. Doug Hergenritter is going to advance. He's going to keep going. And wow, I knew what ball you're going to. Hey, I was calling the wine hustle on the high road change. It was. So that's going to be it for the semifinal. And we'll come up with the finals coming up in a few minutes. It's going to be Doug Hergenrader and Danny Bradley coming up here in the next match on the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour. Okay, where's my sound at? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we got my music. We'll be back in a few minutes. Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour, brought to you by Gladstone Bowling, Gladstone, Missouri. Video broadcast brought to you by Anderson Automotive in St. Joe. We'll be back in a couple minutes. championship match time. Doug Hergenrader, number 5 seed, going up against number 1 seed Danny Bradley Sr. I just call him Daniel. And pretty good scores by Danny. 257, 69, 16, 64, 58, 23, and 70. So if you take away his 216, 223, he has 57, 69, 64, and 58, and 70. 57, 58, 69, and 70. Or 57, 58, 64, 69, 70. That's just crazy studness. And the game is tied. First and goal, and you can't get the ball in, and the front line can't give you time. And someone can correct me, I believe I saw they had 2 timeouts, so they could have ran the ball at some point, but maybe they didn't have 2. Danny using the Ion Pro. Mr. Rev. That's another ball I need to kind of take a look at. I haven't gotten. Coin flip for the overtime. Indianapolis is going to receive. So they won the toss. Just a pinch early. And I kind of wondered, his last shot on 13 rolled out on him. So I wonder if he tried to pitch it out to that dry just a little bit more. Oh, you're right. For a second, I thought you were Dave Kuchera. Thought maybe he came back for some reason. All right, take it easy. You coming next month? Ed. You guys coming next month? Are you coming next month? Yeah, St. Joe? Oh, gee, maybe. Good. You figure out something. All right. Right. All righty. Have a good trip home. Ed Henning, longtime friend from Wichita. Pretty good mechanic back in the day, too. He doesn't do that anymore. I like this overtime better. At least both teams get the ball, so too bad they didn't have that in the overtime in the AFC Championship game with New England. We won't talk about that. Good old Trusty. And Kansas City's defense hasn't been too bad the second half, so hopefully they can Gibbs with the touchdown. Lions win. I didn't see how far it was. I just saw the last part of it, so. And I love those helmets that Detroit has. Those are killer. I also like those black helmets that Arizona has. Deadly back in the hole. Yeah, it's set up better. Just a little bit further down lane. Hit that friction in the right spot. I don't even know what Jonathan Taylor has for stats. I haven't even looked at it yet. Box score. 15 for 60. Wow. Nice job by the defense holding that guy to 60. You're going to hold Jonathan Taylor 60 yards, you better win the game. Oh, and he's down. 4th down at the Indianapolis 40. That is gargantuan. Tranquil with the stop. Yes, I used to do play-by-play for high school football, so it's a habit. I'm sorry. I apologize. In fact, me and my son one time did a Chiefs game, and we did our own commentary while the game was on. We had a bunch of friends just listen to us. Whew, that ball went diving. Me and my son may do that again. That was pretty fun. Put the game down a little corner, and we kind of do our own little play-by-play with it. It's pretty fun. All right, Kansas City just needs a field goal to win now. And I need them to win so I can have my parlay, so I'm good with that. All right, 9 out for Doug. Danny working on a double. Oh, they're in overtime in Detroit. I didn't realize that, so now New York gets the ball. Man, he gets the revs on it. Wonder if his rev rate's ever been measured. I'll have to ask him that. I would say Brian Manini can have, on a regular, Brian Manini has the highest rev rate, but Danny, when he shows up, he takes that top spot for rev rate. There you go. And his ball's rolling out just as it gets there. And you can kind of see how the ball kind of faded right a little bit. But, yeah, he's getting it there well. Back at it. Detroit almost had an interception. Pretty close to that first down marker for Kareem Hunt. And they might have been down just shy of it, but they're going to go for it anyway. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Throw a good ball, why don't you? I'll tell you what, I'd have to look. I left an 8, I think 2 9s, pocket 7-10. I'd expect that out of you. I'm just. Oh, I know. Hey, he does stuff with negative shift equipment you're not supposed to be able to do. Yeah. That's when life is not fair. All right, Kansas City 3rd and 1. Remember, they just need a field goal to win. They may pass it on this one. Oh, shove that 5 into the 7. They may pass this one because you know if they would, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Man, they're not going to pass it now. Yep, 1st down. At my angle, I can tell exactly if it's going to be good or not off the break point on 13. And that's going to change complexion. 9 out. It's 236 possibility for Danny. $225 for Doug, so, or 240, 246 for Danny. Oh my goodness. And he misses Travis Kelce just wide open. God, you got to hit those. And he gets the 6 out. So Doug needs to do what he can to put a little pressure on, but Danny's going to walk up with his fate in his own hands, which is what you want. There you go. Well, he did what he can do. Now he's got to hope for a little help from Danny. Oh, what a catch by Worthy. Oh, that's huge. Worthy lays it out. Mahomes steps up into the pocket, finds Worthy. On a crossing route, and he threw it behind him, of all places. That even makes the catch more spectacular. And he slaps the 10 out with authority. So on a spare, it's going to be 226, 225, so just a mark. And Danny's going to have the win. Averaging 250. I was thinking it was going to be about 230, possibly 240. It's going to be in the 220, so right side got crispy. And that one frame ended up costing Doug with that split. Ooh. Yeah, going to have to get a little deeper now. Just make the spare and count. So a spare 9 forces Doug to strike out. Spare strike, and Danny wins. First, got to make the spare. First and 10 went absolutely nowhere. I'd really like for them to get another first down to give Bucker a little bit of breathing room on his field goal. All right, strike to win. 9 to possible tie. That's better. And he slaps a 7. Now that's a winner for Danny Bradley. Danny with the win. Doug Hergen Raiders going to finish second. Great tournament, great weekend here at Royal Crest. Huge thanks to Jesse Bauer and the staff here. Everything's ran perfect, 0 problems. And he misses the roller. Worthy with a catch. Down inside the 20. Bucker's going to come on for the kick. I'm going to win my 3-leg parlay. Chiefs win. Makes for a good day. Are you waiting for something there, Steve? I figured. Yeah, I mentioned that he won that. I was going to say coming from the 5th spot. So what was? So on the right side, obviously with more traffic, it got cliffy. What was the left side like?
Well, compared to yesterday, I started with the same.
Just got done talking to Steve Points, and he was talking about how, and I can't say anything because I didn't bowl yesterday, but he said that it took him about 6 games to realize the lanes were not playing the same way as they did yesterday.
No, they weren't. They were, I thought they were a lot more hooky outside, but I also don't think they have the same pins in either as they do yesterday. They had the green labeled ones on yesterday. So
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, so that was totally different. Carry was totally different. Scores were a lot higher.
I'll have to ask him about that. And when I talked to Jesse Bauer, he said with the amount of bowlers, he thought the lanes were going to open up a little bit more.
You know, I threw my negative shift at 801 most of the day.
Right.
They started hooking, so I just bowled down. I went to my high road, and then they started hooking a little bit more, and I went to my negative shifted wine hustle. And you've seen how much of a hookier they were. I got with left.
Well, and that one split, it just jumped on you. And
I leave that 9-pin. That was huge.
Oh my God, Danny comes over. He goes, he threw that so well.
You know, the 9-pin goes down, a totally different game. Yeah. You know, but that's how it works, right?
Yeah, he came with. Yeah, he did.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Well, nice run today, Doug, and we'll see you next month. And Danny, the man comes up with the win, and dude, you averaging 250. And I made the comment. I said, Brian Manini on a regular basis has the highest rev rate here, but when you walk in the building, it's like, all right, you're gonna take a step down. What is your rev rate? I don't know if you've ever had that measured.
For a long time, I think it was measured at about 550 for a while, but I brought it down. I'm in the lower 500s now.
What do I say to that? I'm sitting there battling 360, and you're going, 5. I'm trying to lower it because I am in these senior tours now, these senior stops, and I got to be able to keep going. And dude, you don't change what ain't broken.
No, I'm not gonna change it, but I got to exercise more so I can keep doing it.
Just make sure you get to that spot right there.
Right. That's it. Get to that spot and roll it.
Where were you seeing with averaging 250? Like for me, there was that distinct spot to the right, but man, you had hold left, but it also depended on who you were following, because I know there were some people that were throwing urethane on the inside that had that push, so that if you caught the right pair, that ended up helping you out if you cut it short.
Yeah, that helped me because the more oil down lane slows my ball down and don't let it jump. So I was happy that I just had to keep moving left. I threw the Ion Pro all day long, not one other ball, all day long. I kept throwing it, just kept inching left as like this pair, I finished the last game, I shot 70 on this pair. Yeah. Then I came back on, this would happen to be the TV pair, and I had a good look. I just kept sliding on this approach for some reason, but that happens here. I bowled league here on Thursday nights at Crest League, but it was good. I had a good look all day long.
I struggle here, and you're bowling league, so that's not even fair. But hey, nice bowling today, man. So 250. Thank you, Ryan. That works out for a good average for the night, and it makes for a good Sunday. Yes, it does. Hey, and the Chiefs won.
And the Chiefs won.
They came back. I don't know. Butker was supposed to kick the field goal. I don't know. I guess they did. That's be there in St. Joe for Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You can't bowl the Saturday for the non-champions anymore.
He told me I can't bowl the non. But I'll take that. I'm a champion now.
All right, Danny Bradley. Hey, Danny Bradley, the champion. There you go. So a great weekend here at Royal Crest, Lawrence, Kansas. Huge thanks to Jesse Barrett and all the staff here. Everything, like I said, went perfect. Oh, okay. There you go, Danny. Now they're kicking the field goal. Since Indianapolis had the ball to begin, they didn't score, so it just takes a field goal, and they're going to try to ice them. All right. Everyone have a great week. We will see you next month, December 20th and 21st at Royal Crest. Non-champions on the 20th, regular open on the 21st. So for Dan and Jesse Bauer, the manager here at, or owner here at Royal Crest. Huh? Oh, talking about him. He ain't even talking to me. So everyone have a great week, great month, great Thanksgiving. Be safe. We'll see you December 20th at Revolutions Lanes in St. Joe on the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tree, brought to you by Gladstone Bowl in Gladstone, Missouri.